are watching a replay. Hi, I'm Cindy with Pathways Homestead, if you didn't know already. And my husband and I homestead 11 acres in the Flint Hills of Kansas. Right now, he is working out of state, and so he's home a few weekends a month, 2 to 3 weekends a month, usually two. And yeah, so right now things have slowed down on our homestead, and we have downsized so that things are easier for me to take care of. So we have 3 cows, one of which is a milk cow. One is our steer that we're raising to eat, and one is our upcoming. Hey, Isaac, doing good, doing good. How are you doing? So just kind of, yeah. So, how was your week, Isaac? I'm enjoying the outside. It's really nice out here today. The chickens are scratching around in the leaves and just having a good old time. Hello, Generational Homestead. Hello. I'm also enjoying. It's pretty good. Good. I'm also enjoying my mums that Gary bought for me. Bought me these real pretty purple ones, the purple flowers. And then he bought me some that are kind of like a burgundy color. So I'm just enjoying them. But I need to dehead them so they'll keep blooming. Hello, Rebecca and Barb. But they are really, really pretty. They're really big. I guess I could tilt the camera. So here's the purple one here. And it's just about done blooming. It's got a few more blooms putting on down in there. And I think if I pick the dead heads off of it, that it'll be prettier. But there's a lot to pick off. And then the other one, let's see if I can get it down here, is this one. And somebody brought me some squash left for me on the porch, so I've been eating that. But yeah, so that's that. Got my water with a little bit of lemon, and I'm trying to keep that water drank all the time. Those of you that have been praying for me, I'm feeling much better. I have good days and bad days, and I've had a couple of good days. So we're going to be happy and thankful for that. And yeah, Gary was here over the weekend and went back today. So we processed chickens yesterday. We processed 10 of our 20, like 40, 45 meat birds that we have. So we processed 10 of the bigger ones. We've lost quite a bit of meat birds. I made a mistake and I had adolescent ducks. Hi, Charlene. I had adolescent ducks in the broiler with the chicks, and the adolescent ducks got the chicks too wet and they died. I lost about half of my meat birds. It took me a while to figure out why I was losing them. Gary figured it out, and so he kicked the ducklings out, the adolescent ducks out, and that I quit losing chicks. But I lost half of them, and I never dreamed it would be the ducks, but it was. So there still is one duckling in there with them, but they're big enough now. I'm going to put them into tractors this week. They're going to go into chicken tractors this week. We'll get them out on what little bit of grass there is, and they'll get feed and be ready to process, and they should be ready in about 3 to 4 weeks, just before Thanksgiving. So I think that's when we'll process them. Even if they're small, that'll be all right. So I am deadheading. You guys are wondering what I'm doing over here. I'm deadheading this purple. I just lost the name of this plant. Mum. It's a mum. Yep. So I'm deadheading it, pulling the dead flowers off, and maybe I'll get some new flowers if I do that. So what did you guys do this week? Also drying, I've started to dry Freedom up so she's down to producing less than a gallon of milk a day. So I've moved from milking her once a day to milking her every other day, and we'll see how that works. And that should make her just decrease the amount of milk she's making. And the other thing I did was cut the amount of grains and sweet feed that she gets so that she will slow down with that too. So, but yeah, that's what I'm up to. That, and we'll work. We have a 4-day work week this week. I will miss Tuesday. I have tests in another town and have some medical tests done. But everything's coming out fairly normal. There was a few things that weren't a surprise that were already known, and then having some other tests run. But I'm feeling much better, much better. So yesterday was a good day. Had a little bit of trouble with my blood pressure today being too low, but I'm feeling good now. And yeah, it's just some days are better than others. It's just how it is. But I try not to overdo it on the days that I feel good, but and try not to push myself too hard on the days that I feel bad. Sometimes you just got to push through and do what needs to be done. That's just how it is. But Becca's on her way for a visit. Hello, Heather. Becca's on her way for a visit. I imagine she'll stay the night with me and then go back tomorrow. And I'm excited for that. So she'll be here soon. And yeah, so that's what's going on here on the homestead. Not a lot. I still have tomatoes to put up. Surprise, surprise. After getting so many green tomatoes that we harvested before the frost. But yeah. Anyway, I'm feeling good enough that my ADD and these flowers has me distracted. Clean the chicken coop for the winter and put on the corn garden. Awesome. Cool. Yeah, that'll be good. I need to do that. I need to clean out the chicken house. Really bad. That needs to be on my list this week. We'll see. This one test will put me down for a couple of days, so we'll see what I mean, I should be able to go to work, but I'll be pretty tired and uncomfortable. So we'll see. We'll see. I'll miss Tuesday, and then for the test, and then should be able to work Wednesday. They thought I should be able to work Wednesday, so we'll see. So. All right. I keep picking at these flowers. I'll have to do that later. But yeah, so are you guys enjoying the fall weather? We have had a beautiful fall. We've got a little bit of moisture, not much, because we are so far behind with the drought that it's still, the ponds are still super low, super low. So hopefully we'll get some good weather, good rains. We're supposed to get rain Friday and Saturday of this week, really good chances of rain, and I hope that we do because we need it. We got a little bit of rain on Friday evening and some into Friday night, but it was pretty sparse. It soaked right into the ground. The ground just sucked it right up. It's so dry. Tomorrow I'll be packaging chickens because we processed them Saturday, and I like to let them sit in ice water for at least 24 to 48 hours. I'm not going to quite make it 48 hours. I hope to start packaging them pretty early in the morning, get that out of the way, and so my list is pretty long tomorrow. Yep, wash windows and put plastic on for the winter. Yeah, So Gary checked my heat tape, turned on my heat tape under the house, just in case he doesn't make it back to get those things done for me. Checked on my little heater, that is my milk house heater in my what I call the well house, but it's my holding tank for my water. He turned that on so it would kick on if it got very cold, like really cold. It's set pretty low. It'll have to get pretty cold for it to kick on. And he tested it to make sure it was working. And so everything seems to be working good. My heat tape is on low, and I can bump it up if I need to. So yeah, everything's good. We're ready for winter. We worked on the rabbits, getting the rabbits ready for winter. I have to get some straw and hay up for everybody to get them more comfortable. I need to clean out the chicken house and put down fresh straw in there. I need to put fresh straw in with all the pigs and the rabbits, but I've got time. We don't have any real cold temperatures coming up, but it wouldn't hurt to kind of get a head jump on that, and it would give them something to do. But yeah, so everybody's ready for the winter. I think, kind of. I'm ready for the winter. The house is ready for the winter. So we'll see. We'll see. But looks like there's snow in the yard in certain places because of the white feathers from the chickens. Hello, Chuck. What's up? I need to wash the side of my house, but I'm not going to do it. I'll have to wait till spring. Gary's here. Yay. Hi, Gary. Did you make it into Missouri? Did you make it to your mom's, or you're on the road? Gary should still be traveling. Yeah, well, maybe. He should be getting close. Depends on how many stops he had to make. Hello, Doug. Yep, Gary's on here with listening to our live. He's in Camdenton, so he's almost there. Okay, so he's got about an hour left. So, yeah, not quite an hour, but something like that. Yeah, so he's traveling back to Missouri, and I'm feeling good, Gary. I'm doing much better. I know he's been worried about me, but yeah, so now it's cleanup time. You know, there's always that cleanup, and things have really gotten away from me this year. So I mean, we normally have stuff messy anyway because we really don't care, but I don't know, it's starting to bug me. So I'm going to get started on some of it and get a lot of it cleaned up because it's really bugging me. But I'm going to bite off a little bit at a time and just get a little bit done at a time. And yeah, so Gary's driving, y'all, so we don't want him texting too much. But I did yeah. We had lunch together at Pizza Hut in Yates Center before he went, after church, before he went on to Missouri. And yeah, and Becca got new tires today, and she's on her way. So I'm kind of excited about that. She may make it before our live is over. We'll see. And thank you, Chuck, for putting everybody's links up. I appreciate that. And yeah, but it's so pretty. I need to turn the camera around so you guys can see the chicken scratching around in the yard. They kind of blend in. They're gray. They're scratching around in the leaves. Okay, Gary's getting back on the road. And then the ducks are napping and doing all kinds of things in the yard out there. Let me get stuff for panoramic here. If I can get the camera moved around there. Got chickens. Slowly getting things done. Good, Barb. Yeah, so just, that's a much better view than the back of the house, isn't it? Although you see all my junk that I need to pick up. I need to move the I don't know what you'd call that, the quad. It's pedals, but it's like a go-kart, only a pedal go-kart. I need to get the pedal cart moved out of the way and leaves picked up, but the benches look awful lonely out there. Hello, Nicole. And yeah, so we're having a good time. It's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful fall. All the leaves are coming off the trees, and You can see all the sheds and everything real clear. And when I do this, it almost looks like that's a fake background, but that's really my yard. That mess back there is really my yard. You can see Gary's smoker, his infamous smoker, and the brooder house that the chicks are in, and yeah. So that's yeah. Hello, Fiat Chuck. But yeah, so that's what we're doing. Just hanging out, getting things done, trying to keep up, which can be difficult at times. And yeah, um, I've got stuff scattered everywhere. We've had horrible winds, horrible winds, and so there are chore buckets everywhere. So I need to get those picked up and need to start. I like to fall clean instead of spring clean. I don't know why. That's just the way I like it. We'll see how that goes. We'll see how my health does to help give me the hopefully have the strength to do it. But I'll get done what I get done, I guess. This house is slowly getting better. Hello, Mr. Charles. We processed 10 chickens out of, I think we have 40, like 3 or 5, somewhere around in there, 43 to 45 meat chickens. So now we have 33 to 35 left. We processed the 10 biggest ones out of the 21 that we bought at TSC for $1 a piece. We processed the 10 larger ones, and kind of to help cut down on feed costs. And the other one, and the other reason is so that they don't get too big, because it's going to be a few weeks before we can process. And so the 11 that are left in there, they will be very large by the time, hopefully, we hope that they will be very large by Thanksgiving, so that they can be used for Thanksgiving birds. We have friends that like to smoke the chickens, and they want them pretty big, 6 to 7 pound carcasses. And they smoke really well in the smokers. Super nice. If you like to barbecue chicken, they're really good for that. We have a friend that likes to make beer can chicken, and so they work really good for that too. So the ones we processed yesterday are on the small side. I'd say they're probably 3 to 4 pounds. Some of them maybe 2.5 to 4 pounds. All right. Chuck processed rabbits. Also, awesome. We're hoping to get some rabbits this week. I'm on rabbit watch. So far, nothing, but we'll see. It's going to be, I think, the 2nd on Tuesday. No, Wednesday. Wednesday, our first rabbit is due to kit. The last time they didn't take, I imagine it was because of the heat, but we'll see how they do. Hello, Hank. How are you? So we still have the 3 feeder pigs and little mama. Cool. Awesome, Chuck. Awesome. I hope that our rabbits will kit. So I guess we've got 3 does and 2 bucks. But Mr. Charles Gary is here, but he is driving, so he probably will not respond. But he's driving. He made a stop in Camdenton, Missouri, and on his way across to his folks' house. So he did, while he was stopped, say hi. But yeah. So lots of leaf cleanup. Although I really kind of like to leave the leaves if I can, because how much for pigs? Hank, I don't know. The ones we have are the ones we're going to eat. We don't have any for sale this time. We're going to eat all of the pigs. We might have one for sale after the first of the year. We'll see. You need to stir the compost. How are you doing, Hank? I've been a terrible friend and haven't been checking on you. How are you doing? Rent a leg? Is that what you want? Rent a leg? Rent a pig. You want to rent a pig? I got a pig you can rent. Do you want a pig? Do you need a feeder pig? can still get rid of a pig if you want to feed a pig. He won't be ready until January or February, depending on the size you want him. You got a new rent a pig. You've got a new pig. Okay. But yeah, I probably have one pig I could get let go of. But we'll see. We'll see. Because we're going to process, hopefully, we're going to process one of the Karens ourselves. And then the other Karen will go to freezer camp as well. Her owners will process her. So. Okay. I'm not following you, Hank. But, got lots of chickens running around. 40, almost 50 of those silly things. Need tons of compost stirred. Oh, for the pigs. You need the pigs to stir the compost. You know, that is a thing. Instead of raking up the leaves and burning them, I've been thinking about raking up the leaves and dumping them in the hog pens instead of using straw for a little bit. Just for this first go round. And I got tons of straw available. But just putting in the leaves just to get them up off of the ground. You have hens for $2.50 each. Okay. Hank still has laying hens if y'all need any. So yeah, I've got plenty. Thanks. You still have 1,200 left. Okay. Hank still has 1,200. Wow. Laying hens. That's a lot of laying hens. I've got about 40 laying hens and about 12 other chickens. Oh, wow. You got about an inch and 3/4. That's good. We were struggling for rain. It's been pretty dry here, too. Okay. Wow. All right, Hank. It's kind of, I don't know. There's just something about the. Yeah, we got some rain Friday night, but I don't know how much we got. I've got lots of roosters. I've got lots of chicks running around here. And I've just let everybody go. You can hear your garden cheering, I bet. Well, we got our frost, so everything, and it was a hard frost. So everything is dead. Like, in the garden is gone. Except for the kale. So I do have four varieties of kale growing in the garden. And so I've been eating some kale, and I've been eating eggs. Big and rich. Okay. Yeah. But singing in your brain. Yeah. I was never a big fan of that song just because I just thought it was vulgar, but that's okay. Anyway. I got to show you this big, beautiful rooster out here. See if you guys can see him. Look how gorgeous he is. Whoops, wrong way. Isn't he beautiful? Big and black. He's a big, beautiful, and he's got like some golden or bronze on his head and neck. He's really pretty. So those were the black broilers we bought that took forever to grow out. They finally did grow out, and we did process them, but we decided to save some of the hens and one rooster because they're just so beautiful. And yeah, they're big chickens, and they lay big jumbo eggs. Even the pullets are laying, and their pullet eggs are huge. So I can't imagine how big they'll be. Oh, the rabbits, yeah. Mine is chickens. I don't. The chickens are getting to the kale that they can reach, and some turnips. Awesome. That's good. Excuse me, that's good. Oh, I do have onions from John. Morrison. John Morrison brought me some onions that he had onion sets left over, the little bulbs, and I just threw them in dug a ditch, a trench, and threw them in there. And some of them have sprouted, and I'm getting some onions out of them. And then my Egyptian walking onions. So I've got green onions, I've got sage and lemon balm. Oh, oh man, I'm sorry, Hank. Got a new wound vac. Ugh. So did you get an infection and they have to do that? Uh-oh, it was beeping and then quit. I don't know. I don't know anything about the wound vacs. Somebody's practicing at the shooting range. I don't know if you can hear the pop, pop, pop from their pew-pews. But yeah, there's a range 2 miles away, and you can hear the pop, pop. Oh, maybe that they feared you did. Okay. I hope not. Because that can be a bad deal. My mom lost her, that's how she lost her feet, was MRSA from surgeries. So, you know, yeah, you get that from the hospital. 8 weeks. Oh my goodness. So are you getting intravenous IVs too of antibiotics or what? Pills. Good, 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 good. Good. So they didn't think it was too bad because they just give you pills instead of intravenous. That's good. Real good. How's Miss Laura doing? Gary's having a good time in Missouri. I know he's not on here to talk for himself, but he's doing good for about 6 weeks. Okay, okay, okay. But he's doing good in Missouri. She's beautiful. Of course she's beautiful. She's very beautiful. Yes. Hope she's feeling all right. Not having so many headaches. Bless her heart. And I put water in the ducks' swimming pool, and they have been having a blast out there in that swimming pool. There's a white duck out there in the swimming pool now. I don't know if you can see it right there. Having a good old time in that swimming pool. Oh, she's driving back from Unionville, Missouri. Okay. Yeah. Pulling bulls. Bless her heart. Yeah. Your wife the bull hauler. Oh, me. Oh man, I wanted to go so bad, Chuck. Thanks for taking all the pictures that you did because I thought that was so fun and sharing those with us that couldn't go. We had to get some chickens processed and there was no way I could travel with some of my stuff going on, but maybe another time, maybe next year, maybe next year. It's starting to get chilly out here. So I'm wrapped up in my sweater. Getting cold. But I love sitting out here on the porch and listening to the birds and watching the chickens scratch in the leaves and watching the ducks splash around in the swimming pool and watching traffic. Oh, thanks, Chuck. We'd love to meet y'all in person too. Yeah, we'd love that. We would. Maybe. Maybe. We're hoping to get to travel more than we have been. This year we traveled a little less than last year, but we still traveled quite a bit. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see how things go. But man, it is a beautiful evening here. Appreciate you guys sharing it with me. I've already fed all the animals and watered everybody, so everybody's took care of. All I've got to do is this live, and Becca and I'll have some supper later when she gets here. And I'm kind of watching the highway, watching for her to come. I'm just excited. You know us mamas, we like it when our babies come visit. Oh, good. Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes it takes the people that are a little more reserved. You know, Chuck, you're just like me. We never meet a stranger. And for folks that are a little more reserved, and it's very intimidating for them. Me, I never meet a stranger, but my response to nervousness or to being nervous or uncomfortable is I just talk more. And so that kind of and I get loud, like because the blood starts pumping in my ears, and then I get loud. But when I get nervous, so yeah, I just get loud and say silly things. It's really silly things. But so my sisters have got me started on this plexus, and it's actually, I don't know how much of it is. Some things have changed, and also I started taking more iron pills, and started taking some other vitamins. But I also started doing the plexus vitamins and the plexus drinks. Some I've not done very much, but a little bit, and I've been feeling better. But it could be, so I kind of go in cycles. Like I'll feel bad for 2 or 3 weeks, and then I'll feel better. Then I feel better, and I don't know. It seems to be a cycle. I've been trying to document every day so that we can kind of look at the, look at that and see what around is around it. But it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard to keep track of what you ate and what you did. And oh, you got a sale on aluminum chicken tractors, Hank. Okay. If anybody needs a good aluminum chicken tractor, hit Hank up. They don't work well here in Kansas because of where I'm at in Kansas because of our high winds. But they are some amazing tractors, chicken tractors. So if you are interested in one, go to Natural Grandma and check them out. All right, 7% cash and carry, 7% off cash and carry in November. That's a good discount. But yeah, and 5% cash and carry, 5% off cash and carry in December. Cool. They work great in tech. Good. Hi, Cindy. How are you, honey? Yeah. All right. Cindy can give you a testimony. They work great where she's at in Texas. Anywhere that you're gonna get high straight winds like we do here in Kansas, they're gonna take sale. But you have special weights. Okay. Well, that's not gonna. Everything's got to be tied down here. Even my low to the ground chicken tractors get flipped. Um, yeah, love chickens. Awesome. So, yeah, us Kansas folks out here on the prairie where the wind comes sweeping down the plain. I know that's Oklahoma, but yeah. 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 Weights and blocks. So my little chicken tractors that are low to the ground work really, really good. Concrete blocks probably work really good for your big ones. Yeah. But yeah, if we got one, Hank, we would be singing "Come Sail Away, Come Sail Away, Come Sail Away with Me." And I'm not gonna quit my J job because I know I cannot sing very well. But anyway, that's what we would be singing. But yeah, so we have a chicken house with a stationary chicken yard, and they can get out in the yard here too when need be, like when the gardens are done. And then we have the chicken tractors for the meat birds, and they're low to the ground chicken tractors, and we like them. They work really well. Tie it with the 3/8 chain. I'm sure, Hank. I'm sure. I'm sure they would work. I know they're a great deal, but it is not an option for me for the winds. I lose my. I've lost I don't know how many pig houses. I flipped my chicken tractors, and yeah, the wind gets really really bad here. So yeah, we just do the best we can with what we got. Somebody's really practicing with their pew pews out there at the range because there's lots of pops. Oh me. Jacob's Reward Farms. Hello, hello. I guess if they're in here, hello. Um, yeah. So we had dinner Friday night, supper Friday night with Lisa and Dale with 9 Acre Family Farms, and we didn't record anything. We should have. It just seems like you're visiting family when we go have them. That's Miss Cindy's. Awesome. Jacob Jacob's Reward Farm. Awesome. Oh yes, yes, I follow. I follow Jacob's Reward. Yeah. Okay, Miss Cindy. Sorry, I didn't recognize. I'll be honest, guys. I haven't had time to get on YouTube much. Just happened to. Yeah, she's super sweet. I've been struggling to just do what I can do, and I'm feeling good. I have to be careful when I feel good not to overdo, because in my mind I think I'm feeling good. I need to get as much done as I possibly can, and that's not always when you have chronic health issues. That may not be the best way. Sometimes pacing yourself is much better. Parker, Texas. Awesome. Yeah. Got to pace ourselves and not overdo. But I'm just praising the Lord. I feel good today. Felt good yesterday, and a lot was accomplished. And so Gary and I did processed chickens, and then we rested. Jacob's sheep. Yes. Yes. Papa Pepper has Jacob's sheep as well in Missouri. Or are they in Arkansas? They're in Arkansas. Sorry. Papa Pepper and his family are in Arkansas. If you haven't checked them out, go check them out. They've got a new baby girl. They're so blessed. I think this is number 7 for their children, and they are so blessed. Such a wonderful family. I so enjoy watching them and talking to them. They're super sweet folks. Once you meet them, they never forget you. And yes, high winds are a super trial. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, the other day we had sustained 50-mile-an-hour winds with gusts up to 75. And so it was, things flew around like crazy, and the wildfires were awful. So, yeah, it was bad. We came home that day from Oklahoma, and so the wind was pushing us home. So we saved a lot of gas. But our poor volunteer fire departments were kept very, very busy fighting little fires. Just even people, it's so dry. Just throwing out a cigarette can doesn't always, but it can cause a fire. And so I don't know what had happened, but it came from the highway, and just burned a little bit of pasture, which isn't that big of a deal. There weren't. I do not believe there were any cattle in that pasture. Because the gates are still all open, and if there were cattle, they'd have shut the gates. But yeah. Well, that is a minivan, not Miss Becca. Keep watching. Chrysler or Dodge minivan. There it goes. Not Becca. But I like living on a major road. If there's anything going on, the cops come right through here. Some days it's just, I don't know. And it's a good place. So it's a place where a lot of people get speed, and so the highway patrolman will pull them over, and we can kind of get our spy on them. I don't know. I don't do it very often, but I do kind of keep an eye out because, they're out here in the middle of nowhere by themselves. And yeah. Oh, I found something Gary was looking for today. He was looking for some antifreeze for his car, and I knew I had a jug, and it's here on the porch. I need to get that in my toolbox so I don't forget it. But yeah, so Fall cleanup of gardens. Does anybody do much fall cleanup? Sometimes I don't do a lot of fall cleanup. I'll wait till the spring. I have gotten turned in for my headlight, for my headlamp, you know. We've got a spotlight. We've got a that we check on, take to do chores sometimes, or if we think something's going on outside. People have turned us in on the highway for having that, and there's nothing wrong with it. But you'll see in the newspaper that someone made a report. Of, what do they say? A report of a illegal use of a spotlight or something like that, and investigated, and it was the homeowner checking animals. That would be us. So if you're watching the Greenwood County Sheriff's Department for their reports, when that happens, that's us. A couple of times it's been the calf out on the road. When Freeman was little, he would slip under the fence, but yeah, just twice that we know of was it us. The rest of the time it was other neighbors. But we would get the call because usually one of us would be home and could go put him up. But which is no problem, because we've had neighbors put animals up for us whenever we weren't home. So, you know, you just do that when you're neighbors. You just help take care of things. So, but yeah. Everybody's kind of chilling out and getting closer to the chicken pen since it's getting darker. And I know you guys can't tell it from this, but it is starting to get a little darker here. Losing our sunlight. It's overcast day. We got some sprinkles today, but nothing major. I love watching the big trucks. These kids crack me up. What? I don't know if you see the Stutzman kids' big truck jacked up and a little bumper on the front of it that isn't going to do nothing, but it looks pretty. Just so you know, if it's just a pipe that goes up like this and down, it's not going to do much. You really need the full brush guard if you're going to worry about those deer, because that is a huge issue here, is deer on the highway. But yeah, oh no, yeah, jacked up, loud. I can't say nothing because I drove one of those when I was a kid. Before I had, well, I guess when Luke was a baby, I had one of those. Had a jacked up 4-wheel drive pickup. Made lots of noise. Yeah. So, and then we got Becca, so I had to get a mom car, you know. And then, yeah, it's just gone downhill. I love my Suburbans when I had Suburbans. Now I'm back to pickups, but I don't want to spend the money to jack them up. And this also is a passing lane here. So you're going to hear this car accelerate to pass. Oh, the other car's coming, so you won't hear it. But anyway, yeah, the little blue car accelerated and passed the white pickup. But you didn't hear it because of the car that was coming. But yeah, I don't know. I just like to people watch the vehicles on the road. When I have time, I don't have much time for that. Because even when I'm feeling bad, I'm doing something. Like if I'm sitting, I'll crochet or resting. I do a lot of sleeping. I sleep a lot, which is terrible. I don't like it, but it is what I have to do. So we've been live for 43 minutes, almost 44 minutes. And I feel like I'm just talking a lot about nothing. But it's all right. Gary got the heater going in my hot water closet, so it's going, I think, I hope. And, yeah. It is what it is. Tomorrow's packaging chickens that we processed. We processed 10 and get them packaged and ready to go. And, yeah, me too. I like to watch people. I watch people when we go places. And yeah, I people watch. Bad thing is I can read lips. And so that's not always good, because then I get myself to where I'm paying attention to people's conversations, and I shouldn't do that. That's wrong. I can tell when somebody's getting chewed out and be like, ooh. The only thing what throws me is so we have a large 54. Awesome. Tricks or tips. Cindy, use a good plucker. Make sure your water temperature is a good temp and can be consistent. Have fun. That's the biggest, which it's kind of hard to have fun because it's a very somber occasion. I mean, just it really is. But if you can get folks to come so they're visiting with you, to go faster with many hands make light work. And the packaging, I like to use a big, my big canner, water bath canner. I use it on my kitchen stove, and I get that water really hot, get it boiling, and that helps those bags shrink real good and get as much air out as possible. Um, I like to chill them. Cindy, I do like to chill them for at least 24 hours on ice with just a little bit, just a splash of vinegar in the water and ice. Um, but yeah, lots of water available. We flush those chickens with a lot of water as we're cleaning them. And we have a spindle plucker instead of the barrel plucker. So we like that spindle better. We feel like it does a good job. So we get very minimal broken limbs. And we like that. We like it a lot. Gary did get the water too hot on one of them, but it wasn't a bad tear, just a tear in the armpit on one. And yeah, got it plucked out, and everybody's doing good. When I am eviscerating, I put my hand. We cut a V, so from the breastbone down to the pelvic area, a V, and then it comes around the anus and the tail. I take the tail off when I do that, but I put my hand up to bring out the entrails. Put my hand up, and my middle finger slides along the under breastbone. Sorry, I'll wait. And as you're doing that, you slide up in there and use your fingers and spread your fingers out to kind of break the connective tissues. And then when you get all the way up there to the neck area, to the I can't remember, collarbone, then, or I guess that's not, they don't call it that, the wishbone, then you roll your hand around and break those connective tissues, and then scoop, and that'll help you get the lungs and everything out, and then you drag it out. And other than that, keep it on the edge of the table so that all that, if anything comes out, it comes out towards the ground. And then cleaning the liver and heart. Don't forget to save your liver and heart. Those are very good, nutritious parts of the bird. And the gizzard as well. And I should have a video on how to clean the gizzard, where you slice that gizzard open and dump the contents out, and then peel that, and then make sure you wash everything really good. But yeah, yesterday I was able to do a lot of just keeping that membrane on the sac membrane on the gizzard intact on the inside, and being able to peel that out without any goo coming out. The trick to that is don't feed your chickens for 24 hours before you process. You often wonder what the older people were like growing up. Yeah, me too. Me too, Chuck. Yeah. So yeah, don't feed them for 24 hours before you process them. That's another big tip. There'll be a whole lot less. Good. Feet, livers, and hearts. Good, good, good. Yeah, the feet make. So our chicken plucker, you can scald the feet and pluck the feet on, and have the feet, scan the feet on our plucker. It's nice. Nice, nice, nice. So you just scald the feet till that outer skin starts to peel, and then roll it over on the spindle plucker, and it'll take off most of that of the feet. Yeah, if they have any bumblefoot or anything on their pad starting, you will have to take a knife and take that off. But the feet make amazing bone broth. The collagen content in the feet is out of this world. So if you have arthritis or anything that you need to take collagen for, hair and skin and fingernails, collagen are really good for. Make you some bone broth out of feet. Save those feet. And yeah, but you do need to peel feet, just so y'all know. They will peel if you get them really, really hot, just like you do your chickens. Whenever you're scalding your chickens, scald the feet too. That'll peel, and then they have their toenail will come off too, and all the skin off of their feet. And then the pads, you want to cut the pads off if the feet are, if the skin is stuck to the pads on their feet. You'll just take a knife and cut that off. I think, yep, Becca's here. I'm so excited Becca's here. So, yep. So Becca's here. Yay! So you guys are going to see her before we end our live. We have a guest. Have a guest on our live. Yeah. So Becca's here. So excited. Let's see if we can get. She's here. She made it. So yeah, but yeah, I don't know. I do not do well dispatch. That's why Gary came home to help me, because I don't do well with dispatch. So he does all the dispatching. He does the scalding and the plucking. There is a knack to using the spindle, just as there's a knack to using the barrel type, like the Yardbird and such. It's just a knack. And you come, some of those, it's really hard to explain because Gary's at Richland. Okay, well, Becca made it. She's here. Anyway, yeah, the gizzards, we don't usually eat the gizzards, but we know lots of folks do. They make good gravy. You can chop them up for gravy. Honest, if you're making like turkey gravy, you can make turkey gravy out of turkey broth. Or if you're making chicken, you can make chicken gravy out of chicken broth and the heart, liver, and gizzard. So yeah, will your lights shut off? Okay, awesome. Mine do too, but I was just checking. So I'm live. Yep. She's, give her a forewarning that she'll be on live. Don't say anything weird like Papa. But yeah, so I guess my dad was asked to be interviewed and said something ornery. But yeah. So she's snacking on something. She's going to finish her snack. It's a donut. I had donuts yesterday. So anyway, so Becca's here. So excited. Let's see if I got room on my bench, my ice chest, for Becca to sit with me. What? You don't want to be live? She doesn't want to be live. Never mind. It's okay. Go on, bye. She doesn't want to be on the live, so you guys don't get to see her. That's all right, though. The water's off. If you need the water, you can turn it on. So, yeah. But, so she did make it here safe. And I have to go look at her new tires. See how things are. And, oh, we're getting close to time. Does anybody have any prayer requests? I know we've got our little buddy Mark with Rockridge Farms. We need to keep him in our prayers. He was having some kidney issues and having some UTIs and having repercussions from that. So let's keep praying for him. I need to check with Miss Deanna and see how he's doing. I have not done that, and I need to. Thank you, Barb. I will do my best to have a good visit with her. And yeah, let's see what else. Anybody else got any prayer requests? My health, of course. I'm doing better today. Having a great day today. I feel amazing. And had a good day yesterday. So maybe we'll be on the mend a bit. Oh, hi. Hi, Lisa. Did you hear me talking about you? Because I was saying that we had supper with y'all Friday night and had a good time. Well, and Hank Reed with Natural Grandma. We need to keep him in our prayers as he heals up from breaking his leg really bad and having to have surgery. So we'll keep him in our prayers. And anybody else? It's all right. I was just saying we had supper with you guys Friday night and didn't video any of it because it's family and I don't know, you forget to video when you're with family. But anyway, so I'm gonna go ahead and pray us out, and then I'll get going and we'll visit, so I can visit with Becca. Father God, I thank you for this day, Lord. I thank you for being with Gary, and I ask that you continue to give him safe travel and mercies um, home, Lord, to his mom's house, and give him a safe week. And Lord, I ask that you be with Mark and Deanna and Mike, that you be with doctors. And Lord, I hope that Mark is on the mend. And Lord, I give him over to you, and you know um, everything that's going on in his body. And Lord, I lift Hank up to you and this suspected infection. Lord, I ask that you would have everything go smoothly, and you be with Miss Laura as she's hauling bulls, that she would be safe, and everything would go smooth. Lord, I pray for myself. I lift myself up to you this week. I ask that you be with me this week, and be with the tests that are being run. And Lord, I just ask for answers. And Lord, show me the next step of what I need to do. I know I need to trust you, but I also know that you give doctors wisdom to aid in our healing. And Lord, if healing is not in what you desire for me, help me to accept that and to glorify you and honor you with that. Lord, I thank you and I praise you for your son, for the amazing gift that he gave us with his life and his resurrection and his ascension. And Lord, help us to put our faith in you and in him, and to trust in you for all these things. Lord, again, I thank you and praise you in your son's name, Jesus. Amen. All right, y'all. I pray you have a blessed week. Remember, God made you special and he loves you very much. I'm going to get going, and yeah, so Shouting at Clouds, Hank with Natural Grandma, he broke his leg really, really bad, and he's on a wound pump for his wound. He had to have surgery on his leg to go in, and he had broke his leg in like 3 or 4 places. It was just really, really bad. So please keep him in your prayers. And yeah, Laura struggles with issues from a past brain injury. So yeah, you're working on Dale's truck. Pray for Dale and Lisa that they'll be able to get this truck running. They've had some vehicle issues for a long time, and Gary and I struggled with that a year or two ago, and so we know that the frustration with that, and so we love you guys, and we're praying for you. Can't remember what else I was going to say. Good night, everybody. We'll see you next week. Remember, God made you special, and he loves you very much. Good night. Love y'all.